Hi, this is Zach Meir from Zach's Traders Cafe with a look at the major markets on Friday, the 27th of May. Starting off with the FTSE 100, and the breakout from the recent range, 60.50, 6,200, is continued through the 50-day moving average at 62.07. We've got the 200-day line, 61.55, and that's basically the stop loss on the buy argument as we look ahead to a 6,600 target at the top of this January channel. RSI through neutral 50 at 57, which also provides backing for this being the start of a decent move to the upside, and certainly not overcooked in any way as far as having gas in the tank for further gains. On to the DAX, and quite an explosive turnaround earlier this week with a key reversal to the upside, gap through the 200-day moving average. 10,116, which remains unfilled. The floor of the gap is at 10,077, and really, while there's no end of day close back below that, we're looking at minimum 10,474 April peak and as high as 11,000 by the end of next month, which would be the top of that rising February price channel. RSI at 60, so still well off being overbought. On to the US markets, and seemingly celebrating Trump's nomination, the confirmation of his nomination here over the last few days. 50-day moving average at 17,729, and above that we're looking for 18,000, probably the 18,167 peak of April as an initial target, and then up to as high as 19,000 over the next month or two. RSI at 55.5, so just getting underway as far as the break to the upside after the rebound off neckline support near 17,400. Onto the S&P. Here you can see that similar picture to the other markets, the break through the 50-day moving average, which was regarded as being the buy trigger, and holding well at the best or the better levels. 2100, obviously the obvious resistance there, 2111 from last month, so that's the initial target, and that's valid while there's no break back below, let's say, the 2084 initial May peak. 2200 on the cards over the next month or so, while we hold above the 50-day line at 2064. On to the Nasdaq, and here saved by, or Apple was saved by Buffett, so not surprising that this market's pushed higher. 44.31, the 50-day moving average, and while we're above that, looking for a retest of April resistance. 45.74 would be a decent target over the next 2 to 4 weeks, and eventual target here as high as 4,800 by the end of next month or going into July. For the currencies, sterling slightly pulled back yesterday after the perhaps after the immigration figures that came through, 330,000, the record level, and basically this market has resistance towards the 200-day moving average 147.68, and also the initial 147.70 May resistance, but no sign really while we're above the 10-day moving average at 145.70 that we will not go on to break the 200-day line and hit the top of a rising January trend channel as high as 151.50 over the next month. On to the euro, and euro is sort of behaving itself in the sense that support was supposed to come in either at the floor of this rising trend channel from November last year, around the 111.50 level, or perhaps down to the 200-day moving average at 111.01. In fact, so far it's been the price channel floor that's kicked in. End of day close above the 10-day moving average at 112.16 would be a decent signal for cautious traders to go long, looking for a revival of this cross at least towards 113, 114, which was mid-May resistance. Dollar yen still in a consolidation pattern here, just nudging the top of this falling trend channel and the 50-day moving average around 109.70. Probably the best way forward here is either to wait for 110.20 to break, or the 20-day average at 108.79. There is pressure here from an RSI resistance line, which has been a double failure so far over the past couple of weeks at that February feature, and that could pressure the market on the downside. So we're really waiting for the break in either direction, and possibly favouring the downside initially, even if we then go higher. Finishing off with gold, and here we had the breakdown below 1240 neckline support. Still the risk of, well, at least 1208, 1209, which was the March resistance. Below that, we could hit the 200-day moving average at 1163. However, briefly, end of day close back above 1240, really required to cancel out this negative development for gold. That's it from me. More updates at the same time on Monday.